Hello everyone and welcome to Malts and Meeples. Today, here on Malts and Meeples, we're going to be playing Ganz Schon Clever, Doppelt So Clever, and Clever Hoch Drei. Also known as That's Pretty Clever, Twice as Clever, and Clever Cubed. I do on my phone have Clever Forever, but I haven't really played that one yet, and I'm doing all the physical versions of the game here. But first, I want to show off what came in the mail today. And this is not all of it. This is just the core box for, well, tiny turbo cars from Horrible Guild. I also got with it, I should talk a little bit about what this game is. This is a racing game where you are racing basically RC cars using this little controller here, which is a sliding puzzle. And you're trying to get ahead, plan out your movement, be the fastest one to do so. It really only hurts you if you're the slowest one, but you get a benefit if you are the fastest. This game plays 2 to 4, but then I got the 5th and 6th player expansion, as well as a few extra cars, and a few extra map pieces. I guess technically you can make a really long map if you wanted to, but more likely you just have more options to swap in and out for that. I thought about unboxing it. It's a little bit less exciting than some things to unbox. And then for the drink we have club soda, vodka, and sweetened lime juice, I believe is what it's called. Basically, it's not fully a lime simple syrup. I would say it's just shy of being that. It's not quite sweet enough. So it's a nice drink, especially for a mixed drink if you want something that you can just sip on for a while. This is good, tart, and fresh. Scooch forward here, tiny bit. And let's get down to the table. Wrong one. To play Ganz Schon Clever. I'm not going to teach the game this time. Oh, come on. All right. Time to do this stupid thing again. Remove the camera. Ha. You see everything. Now you see nothing. Add source. Video capture device. Add source. Add source. Nothing. Come on, buddy. Come on. Alright. Let's see. One more thing here. Let's just reset the device. I'm not even sure I need this device for it, but new source. Come on. Hey, there we go. Probably seeing everything right on top there. So kill that audio real quick. Drag it down here. Then let's check that out. It's almost where it should be. Oh my goodness, is this annoying every time? I don't know why either, So now you get to see it flip. Whee! Now, it's the right way up for you, but backwards. And now, whee! There we go. So like I was saying, I'm not going to teach the game here. Just going to play it and explain kind of decision making as I go. Basic premise of the game, like I said, well, you play over 6 rounds when you play solo or 2-player. And I can pick one of these dice to use to fill in the area. However, if I pick a 6, I get rid of every number lower than it. So I'm not going to pick a 6. That's a poor plan. If I pick the 2, I can re-roll the rest of them, and I have 3 spots to place dice. Or I can pick like a higher number, which I'm going to do here. I'm going to pick that 3 and put that into play. So purple section, purple die, 3. Yeah, then we'll do the yellow 2. And for this one, you write down the number, has to be getting larger. This one, you just cross off the number. Looking to complete rows and columns. You might be asking, okay, where's the white? The white is wild. It can go anywhere, really. So I could use it to cross off that 3. I could use it to cross off there. I could put a 3 there. Couldn't put it here because it's not bigger than a 3. Can't put it here because you always add blue and white together. So I could cross off the 8, but I'm going to cross off the 1 in green, even though 5 is much bigger than that. Then we roll for the AI. It takes all the high numbers and leaves the lower numbers. In the case of a tie, the one closer to the box stays. So I could, I'm going to use that white 2 as a 2. That's round 1. Cross that out. Now we're on to round 2, where I get to add a +1. So that means I can use a die. Again, I'll explain when that gets going here. So then, let's do the 6. Use that 2. My hope here is to start to roll some low blues, like so, because now I can take that blue, I can cross out the 3, basically hitting some of those numbers that have less combinations. And finally, yellow 3 is not too bad. Yeah, we're gonna do a quick thing here. I'm left-handed. It is much easier to roll like so than it is the other way around. All of these go up there. My choices are 2 here, 2 here. That's about it. Let's cross out that 2. I'll want it eventually. There's nothing I want to use my +1 on right now. So I'm going to leave that. I don't want that one. I really don't want... I'm going to use a reroll here. Yeah, I'm going to use a reroll here. Do that. It could become 5. Each section scores differently. Don't need another 2, so that one can go away. Use the purple 4. So, for example, purple and orange just score based off of the number in there. 5, 3, okay. 3 has a track along the top here, tells you how many points you're getting. Blue has that same track, but it's just how many you filled in of all of these. And yellow, you score based off of the columns that you've filled in. Oh. So. There. That'd be the combo. Let's do the 8 in blue. I've had those flipped of like which ones I could use, which ones I couldn't. Yeah, that was round 3. Technically got another reroll there. Start around 4. You get to cross off or fill in a 6 somewhere. I always like to cross off just because, I mean, it sucks. I'm not going to reroll to get that. I'm going to use the blue 2 to get another +1. I always cross off there just because the 12 is hard to get, especially in a solo game. Because you see the AI always takes the highest numbers. So I'd be looking for that roll on my turn, not theirs. And I'm going to reroll. Yellow 4. Yeah, yellow 4 works. Get a 7. Get a 5. 5. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the blue 7, which completes this one, which gets me an X in the yellow, which completes that one, which gets me an X in the green, which gives me that circle. And now I'm going to use a +1 because green is greater than or equal to 5. That's tricky enough, but if I use that 5 right there, pretty well set. I'm going to use another +1 on the white 5 to put it there. And I get another reroll. I need to start working in yellow soon. Now AI roll. Come on, AI. Big money. Well, a lot of 5s for the AI. Can't use that. The 2 with the blue is a 7. I think it's time to start in green. Or orange, excuse me. Question is, do I want that yellow 5 right now? I think I do. I like playing... Okay, we're done with round 4, by the way. I like kind of playing in a series where I play all 3 games and then I just see how high a score I can get. Get that. Put a 4 in there. I really need a purple 6. Like I said, really need a purple 6, which I can get here because that allows me to fill in a blue. Any blue, I fill in the blue 11. Gets me a 6, which allows me to fill in a blue, which I'll do there, which puts a 5 in there, and gets me another reroll. Then I could go 4 here because there's a ×2 on that spot. Oh, I messed it up. Or 4 there. No, I'll do the 4 there. I say I messed it up because there, for this one at least, there is kind of this mathematical or best case scenario you can play versus some of the other ones. I'll take that white 4. Then I don't have a +1. I should have 1, 2, 3. I should have one more +1 than I do. Because I want to use that purple 6 then to reset my 6s. Complete round 5. I'm looking for a few specific things now here. A yellow 1 is not one of them. A green 1 is not one of them. A blue 1 is not one of them. I have a ton of rerolls. This is the last round. I can't reroll on the opponent's roll anyways. Yeah, I use that +1 there. That would be a 6. That 1 does me no good. That 2, but I want to be able to get that 10. Ideally, but maybe... I think what I do is I take this 2. I haven't talked about the foxes on there. So the foxes... Oh, that's a garbage roll. I need better on my orange. The foxes, that's slightly better, are worth 2 times or worth number of foxes times the lowest score in the foxes. Or in the different colors. So let's see. Those 3 go up there. So for sure I'm taking that 3 because that allows me to get a yellow, which gives me a +1, which then I can use to take the 3, which gets me a +1. Now I can't +1 the 3 again, but I don't want to. I want to +1 the 5 because that's a ×2 to get a 10. Unfortunately, at this point in time, I'm out of everything. So we cross that out, tear off the sheet, and I'll quickly add up my score. So in yellow, I got 30, 10, and 20. In blue, I filled in all but 1, so I was at 46. If you play correctly, you can fill in all of them. In green, I was at 28. I did get a fox. In orange, let's see, 29, 32. In purple, 10, 20, 28, 34. So my low is 28. I had 2 foxes, so that is 56. Generally, my low is... Welcome, Fatal. Yeah, that is... How do you never get notifications for... Because it's not just me, it's Gloryhound channel as well, I know. But welcome. Better late than never. Let's see. 10. Oof. Yeah, this is not a great score. 226. 226 on Ganz Schon Clever. And now, set that aside. Pack it all up. Very fast process. Put in the rules that I can't read because they're in German. And swap in the next one. This one, probably can't tell, but has been played way less. This is actually my least favorite of the Clever games. I still like it a lot, don't get me wrong, but I have yet to figure out the proper strategy. No, I haven't heard on ISS Vanguard yet. So I just got in Tiny Turbo Cars today. I'm getting in Wave 1 stuff of Final Girl Friday. And 2 packages have shipped from Fun Again. But neither... Like, I'm pretty sure ISS Vanguard is shipping from Quartermaster Logistics. So, yeah, don't have that one yet. And, yeah, all of them are fun. So I just finished playing up Ganz Schon Clever. Got a measly 226. I think my highest ever, and that is like 306. If everything works correctly. So same drill as last time with Doppelt So Clever. Except every section works differently. Oh, good. I'm glad that the blacklist stuff is shipping. Oh. Not that 10, I guess. Because I know that was a whole mess with blacklist basically going under or not having enough money. Really? Ugh. So, this is an unfortunate roll. But I'll take the 2 in pink. Oh my goodness, that's horrible. Well, I can circle this one, and I circle an unlock. So the unlock basically allows you to pull dice back from the platter. But I haven't scored anything in yellow yet, but once I cross these out, I'll score. This section, each row, however many you filled in on that row, you get. This one, fairly similar. All numbers have to be less than or equal to the previous one. Score at the top. This one is the difference between 2 groups of numbers. Show how that works in a second here with low-flying helicopters above. Well, I won't show that in a second here because I'm going to take yellow. And pink. Pink you can put down any number in, and pink just scores the number. Or no, not this time. This one you're looking for specific numbers that are greater than or equal to the number there. Oh, I want this one so badly. Shouldn't do that. Instead I'm going to take this one, demonstrate how this works. So, I cross off a 5. I'm going to do that in blue. Then I cross off the blue 2, because that one's going to the platter. I cross off the yellow 4, because that one's going to the platter. And then I can cross off any one, because it's a wild. Yeah, I'm going to be curious to see what happens with those blacklist games things. Just because, well, wasn't it the Sadler brothers who, they've done a number of games, such as the Street Master game, Brook City, other stuff like that. They had a solid reputation behind them, and then they started running the company and just kind of I think they left the company, if I'm not mistaken. Which, I mean, whatever, it's their choice. There were other people in the company beyond them. But it is odd. Feels a little bit like playing with house money, where they maybe were like, oh yeah, things are... Oh, forgot to give myself my +1. Things are going sideways here in a way that we don't necessarily like. Let's just head out. Reroll. Because that gets me another reroll. I don't think that's actually what happened. More likely it was just like, maybe we don't feel like running a company anymore. But it was interesting. Now, it's not like they're the only company who's having any troubles right now. Plenty more out there who are running into issues. Board Cubator shutting down. Hopefully somebody picks up Kingdom Come Deliverance. That game looked cool. I didn't have the money to back it right now, but I could see backing that one if it came back to crowdfunding. But of course it's just not going to come back with them since they don't exist anymore. This is one of those situations where I'm like, I know that we want to complain about, oh, well, why is this company doing this way? But it is not an ideal time to be doing any crowdfunding, any business, especially like a hobby business like board games. Oh yeah, let's see. First things first, I get to fill in one anywhere. Let's do another 11. Grab another unlock. I don't really love that roll. That's not better. No, it's really not better. But even with all of that said, I'm still so excited for ISS Vanguard to show up. Then green. I did green. Gray. I can cross off anything on gray. Part of me is like, okay, maybe I don't do a campaign game on the channel for like a little bit, just so that, yeah, let's do it. I can wait for that to show up and then play that one. But at the same time, I have so many campaign games to play. So let's talk about unlocks right now, because I'm going to be spending, I think actually 3 unlocks. Yeah. 3 unlocks. 3s across the board. Oh yeah, circle it. Circle at me. And I saw on Quackalope's channel that they have the first production copy. So like the copy that the factory outputs and then sends over for verification of Vampire the Masquerade chapters, which is exciting. I guess we're doing it. 3, 2, 2. Let's unlock that one. I'm excited for Vampire the Masquerade chapters to show up, that's for sure. I think there was something like 35 different chapters as they were flipping through everything, which is just ridiculous. I'm trying to remember. I've already done. This must be 5 I'm on now. I feel like I missed the AI's turn. There. Actually, I'm pretty sure that I did. So we're going to have the AI go twice in a row. The first time I do not have the +1. Second time I will have the +1. And then, speaking of crowdfunding, there's so much coming up too, because I think it's next week is 20 Strong from Chip Theory Games over on GameFound. Start of November is Slay the Spire. Maybe next week also is Elden Ring from Steamforge. So a lot of games. I need to get more taken care of in yellow. So let's start with that. Cross that one out. Because now I'm at 21 points in yellow. One, 2, 5. Oh, that one's not bad. Because that's 3. Good 9 there. Interesting. So if I take that one, get 5. It's the right way to do it for sure. Put 6 in there. And then 18 in there. Now let's see, what do I want to do here? I want to be able to fill in that gray. So I +1. Get a 2 there, 16. Fill in that one or that one. I think I fill in this one. Then don't have anything for any of these. So let's roll. Let's roll and see what happens. Sweet. This is actually huge for me here, I think. So first things first, that green 15, get a +1. So I won't score the green unless I get an additional green. I would love to get a pink 6. Okay, pink 6 is doable. Then probably want to cross off a 4th one on the yellow section here. I don't think I need anything more over here because, I mean, right now I'm sitting at 11, 37, 48, 59. Could do the yellow 5. Get up to 55 there. But I want to do the 1 here just because that is going to give me a lot of points. Wraps it up. Even had one unlock that I didn't use. let's check out the score here. So I said I had 59 in gray, 36 in yellow, 28 in blue, math time, 56 in green, that's nice, and 27 in yellow, and two foxes. I think this is actually a halfway decent game for me in terms of where I'm at here. 15, 25, 31, 40, 10, 20. Yeah, this is a very good game for me, actually, for Twice as Clever. Scored a solid 260. Normally, I feel like that 226 I got in the first game is probably more what I get in Twice as Clever. And the 260 is probably more of what I average in Ganz Schon Clever. But, yeah, I have a number of board games that, like, I late pledged that I now have to be paying attention to because I don't get the updates necessarily. I do see when, like, Mythwind puts out updates. I don't check them out too often. Most of the time, I'm just like, let's see what happens. Okay. Start. That. I want to go there. So here, I'm looking at decreasing. However, it resets on a 7. And it's decreasing by 1, so that one won't do me any good. But it does do me good right here. This I score based off how many I have crossed out. But if you skip something, you can't go back. And so this is interesting in that you can skip. Ooh, let's start with that. And then the green section is interesting as well. As you fill in this dark green section, you unlock the bonuses. And you score based off of your rows completed again. But since I have a 1 here and a 1 here, I can cross off 2 of them. Of course, I forgot to give myself that. And this one actually has one cool feature I very much like, in that you can get this row here, which is basically you can set a number to anything. Let's see, you and you, go up there. So it'd be 9 if I went here, so I can't do that. 2, I can get 2 2s. Okay. So now you can start to see how this works. Because I get 2 2s, I have completed this one. Gives me another one to cross off, which I will there. And that's round 1. Get to circle a +1 for round 2. I'll talk about yellow, how that works here in a second. That kills way too many. Okay, I'm going to take that one, make it a 7. I can now change any number to a 3. Changing that to a 3 is not that useful, so I'll take that 3. And I have to cross off on the number that, the spot that I took it at. 6, huh? Yeah, let's do a 7 there, so I can cross that off. Make that become a 6. Those are up there. I'm actually going to use my +1 already to cross off these two, which gets me something in the 3s. 3s are interesting, or not 3s are interesting, pinks. I put a 3 in pink. Pinks are interesting because you either get half the value on the die, rounded up, and the bonus, or a multiplier. I always go for the bonus. Just find that it works out for me the best, especially since it's rounded up. So this 4, I could cross out that gray 4. I have 8 here, so I can put it there, but I want to finish this way off first. So I'm going to do that 3, make it become a 2, give myself another reroll. I will score very low on this section, or fairly low on this section, in order to get all the bonuses. Because what I haven't done great at so far here is I really need to get a brown 5 to get this whole process moving. Pink 1, yeah, I'll take a pink 1. That gets me a blue. So that goes down by 1, which gets me a 6 in pink, which is a 3. All from taking that pink 1. That 2 doesn't do me any good. 4, white 4, it's an 8, doesn't really help me. 8 there, 4, oh, let's do that here, because I now have access to the 5 for, well, moving along that brown track. Of course, I look at it here, I'd love to have had another 5. I do have a 7, though, for blue, so it gets me another +1. I'm going to leave it as is for right now. So now I'm going to pick that 2, but I'm going to change it into a 5 to cross that out to get that one. And then I'm going to +1 that 2. Or I'm going to +1. I'm going to +1 the white to change into a 3 to get those 2 to get a yellow, which I'm going to put there, which gets me a pink for 2, which is going to get me another yellow, which I want to do there. Pink 1 gets me 1 there. I mean, there's no question I'm taking the pink 1. And then that allows me to cross that off there, which gives me a pink, which is a reroll. So 4 doesn't do me any good. Over there, that 4 does. So yeah, let's put that in as a 4 to cross that off there. All 3 of these are gone. I have no way to unlock them. Ooh, 1. Yeah, that works. I was thinking about changing it, but it works just fine. Gives me another brown 1. Just continuing down the line for brown. Oh, no +1s available. So what do we roll here? Closest, 3. Go away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 3. I'm going to change it to a 6 to get that, which allows me then to cross off another brown 1. Which I believe we missed our free 1 anywhere. Probably have done it there. So I had a +1 in my pocket. Didn't use it. 2. Let's cross off that 2. 3. I need a 5 there, which means I need a way to get a random number or something else I can use here. Let's start building it up this way. Ooh, that got rid of more than I thought. Well, that's okay. 6. I mean, 6 just straight up gives me a reroll. Or 4. Let's do 4, because that's going to give me a brown when I need it. And let's see. Yeah, I'm going to spend my +1 on the white, as well as changing it to a 4 to get the random number there. Now, could do the 4 there. Could do the 2 down here. Bad option. 7 to go there. Or I can use that random number to get me a 5, which gets me a +1, which I can use then on the white to get me that, which will then score me an 8 there. All right. That was successful. We're getting down to it. So let's see, pink 2. Yeah. Use that as a 1 because otherwise you miss out on the fox. I'm really looking for yellow 2 right now. Definitely don't have it. I don't really want to spend the green 3. That 5 doesn't fill in a great, super useful spot there. That 6 can't use. The brown 6 can't use. Blue 6 can't use. All right. 2, not great. 3, not great. Hmm. 5 is solid, but it gets rid of way too much. You know what? We'll do the +1 with 9. Get that on the board, leaving me 2 dice here. Definitely some solid options. Yellow 1, not a bad choice. Four could get me more of that, but I don't need it. Let's do the yellow 1. And the reason I'm doing the yellow 1 is I really want to try and get that and that filled in. The yellow 1 and the yellow 2. Of course, I can't fill in the yellow 1 because that doesn't actually, that only can fill in that section. So I need to find a yellow, which means I need a 6. To get a 6, I need one of these last to change the die values. Let's see, 2 doesn't do me any good there. 3, sure, that becomes a 2. That's now a 10. That gets me a bonus 4 points. So I'm going to be scoring huge in that section. That was round 5. And then final round. 1. Yeah, I'm going to go 1 there. Get my +1 there. So I need a 2 or a 1. I mean, I can use this as a wild for anything. With that 3. If I do that, it becomes a 2. I can place that there. Get that circled there. Almost done. Ooh. So then I can get my 6, cross out to get any number, which gives me a pink. I mean, I think I did it the right way, but now I have to figure out when I want to spend stuff. Because, well, I think I want to do this +1 to take that blue as a 5, or teal as a 5, which gets me this one, which becomes an 11, gets me a teal, which gets me a reroll. Don't really need rerolls at this point. +1s would be better. That's it there. So I can reset that to a 7, probably the best call. Pink doesn't do me any good. The 2 I could do, that would get me something there. But yeah, it's best to reset that as a 7. And add up. So this score is going to be the highest of all of them, by far. This consistently scores the highest. 26, 46. I'm not sure. I might have taken an extra turn. I don't think I did. Well, no, I think I did, because this is a little bit more than I normally fill in. I don't think I optimized it quite as well, so well, we'll see how this score looks. 36, 46, 49, 50. That's about normal for my teals, though. 44 is not normal there. Though 77 actually is below what I normally get. I normally get 90 in the browns. So this might be right. It just might have shifted how I looked at it a little bit. And then 3 foxes. Oh, I forgot to add up my pinks. 6, 9, 13, 17, 23. 23. 3 foxes. 69. 29. 10. 21. No, I did not take an extra turn. Let me verify those numbers. 10, 21, 30. Yeah, 302. I've actually scored higher. Definitely have scored higher before on this one, but that is up there with them. So each game kind of works a little bit differently. Like I said, I've played... Let's just come back up to my face. I've played Clever Forever once, and I need to play it more, basically, before I'd feel comfortable pulling it out and showing off the game on the app And honestly, the display on my phone on the app cuts off a little bit of it. So, of course, it's on the color that they taught last, so I was only not somewhat paying attention to it. Which means that I definitely don't know everything for that one. And plus, it's on a phone, and like I could zoom in way on it, but it's not the same as having the tactile experience. But that's it. There are all 3 clever games. If I was staying on top of this, I would start doing scores for how well I'm doing on average. But that's probably not going to happen. So, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this was fun. Thank you to those who swung into the chat. I always appreciate it. If you're watching this after the fact, play along. It's very possible I made a couple mistakes since I was talking along the way. Definitely easier to miss stuff when you're talking to a camera, playing on stream, but it's still always fun. If you enjoyed this content, give the video a thumbs up. If you're looking for more content, maybe a big campaign game coming up here, my plan is, I believe, still to do Chronicles of Drenagor starting next week, though that might be more of an unboxing at that point, and then dive into it. And so that'd be next Wednesday at 8, and then next Monday at 8:30, the next part of my top 100 games of all time, getting into the top 50 now, 50 through 41, will be happening then. If you want to know when I go live, subscribe, click that notification bell. I mean, you heard the conversation. YouTube doesn't always push out notifications the best it should. Fatal generally runs into a problem with that. I haven't had much of an issue, so hopefully it will work for you if you want to catch some of these live and join in on the chat. But with that, bottoms up.